Hello humans, Master Dinner Flags here, bringing you the low quality content you deserve, and today we got an announcement of a brand new Krawler monster. It is Krawler Blue Sky. Absolutely an excellent piece of lore, but this card is actually kind of ridiculous. And I don't mean like, oh wow, this is very good Krawler support. If you're under the assumption that this is like its primary and only use is in crawlers, you are viciously mistaken. As a matter of fact, this is just a slightly worse Gofu, which that's saying something since that card is banned, and it was banned the moment links came around. So, not a bad thing to be compared to. So, I'll just go over this card for those who don't know. You can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, change that monster to face-down defense position, and for the rest of the turn, that monster cannot change its battle position. Then, during your main phase, you can reduce this card's level by 2 or 4, and if you do, special summon crawler monsters from your hand, deck, or graveyard with different names whose total level equals the reduced amount of levels on this card. That's why I can compare it to Gofu, because this basically just summons out 2 crawlers from the deck. And what's really nice is, doesn't matter if you draw them, because they can be summoned out of the hand, and it doesn't matter if a crawler had to be used for something else prior, because this can pull them out of the graveyard. So, very, very nice card. And what I want to go over is a very, very basic shit-all combo with this. This is how very flexible I think this engine is. So, what we need for this specific combo is either Squamata or Windy. Let's just go with Windy because it's a little simpler. So we'll just normal summon it. That's weird. Why didn't you set it? Because this is going to set it. So we'll set this shit all face down. And now we're going to activate the effect of Suma, aka Blue Sky, and we're going to special summon 2 crawlers and face up defense. They can also be face down if you want them to, but we're just using them as like link material. And the crawlers I would suggest playing for this kind of idea. One of them would be Receptor, because if you have a horrible hand, you can set this, and then when it gets beat up, you can just search Suma, and as we already established, this can just pull it out of the graveyard. So no skin off your bones. And this one is literally Foolish Burial, which is a nice effect in a shit-all deck. Now, we are going to link these 2 flip effect monsters into the legendary I didn't write my deck list properly shit-all construct. This card requires 2 flip monsters, which even in its own deck is actually quite difficult, but here it isn't. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 shit-all monster from your X deck using cards from your hand or field as fusion material. Because this is a fusion summon, we can actually use face downs as material, so we will fusion summon Construct. Chainlink 1 will be Construct, and Chainlink 2 will be Windy. Windy will go ahead and summon Hedgehog, and then what we want to send is Incarnation, but we can also just tutor it with Squamata, so we'll just do that. So this will be face down. And now, we can go ahead and activate Incarnation to flip the Hedgehog face up, and we will search Schism. And now, finally, we can activate the effect of Construct in our graveyard. We can toss a shit-all from our hand, any shit-all card, or we can send a face-up shit-all to the graveyard, and if we do, we can special summon this. So we'll special summon this, and now this is 4 monsters on board. One of them, you could even make a Link 5 if you wanted to, but we'll just go into handy-dandy Apollosa. So we have a 4 material Apollosa here, and then the Construct's going to trigger to add back Schism, and let's look. We have a Dark and a shit-all, and we have multiple different attributes of shit-alls, and we even have shit-alls and Earths and shit-alls and Lights. So we have a massive toolbox of which shit-alls we want to summon off Schism. Usually the best one's Winda, but depending on the matchup, it might not be at that current time. And also, let's not forget, this Apollosa is just going to be chilling here. So, 4 materials. Very, very easy. So, yep. That's a very basic combo with this idea. But this can go a lot further. Because all it needs is you to just have a monster on the field that can be put face down. to just summon, to just have one body turn into 3 bodies. So you trade 1 monster on the field to create 3 monsters, which is a pretty nice effect. It's not bad at all. Now, I will say, even though these Garnets are soft Garnets, as in they just need to be in your deck list, they are still Man-Eater bugs. So, and there's only 3 Suma, so you might want to change around some ratios depending on how you want to build this deck. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master Dinnerflax will take your soul.
Fight.